Yes, we're back here at the Shelbourne, and the Shelbourne celebrating 185 years, and because of that this morning now, fashion with Laura Cunningham is looking at fashion through the decades. Good morning to you.
We're not going quite 180 years.
No, but we're looking at back to the 20s, and this outfit is real typical of the 20s, the flapper style dress.
Absolutely, the roaring 20s. So, and all of this is available right now on the high street. So this is very, of course, stylised, but if you wanted to take pieces of it, it is actually quite contemporary because it's in fashion right now. So this is a great little dress here from River Island that's $134.50, and just a straight shift kind of flapper style dress, but this is really embellished. So this is amazing for the party season this Christmas. You can see there I have a little headpiece, which they're really in fashion at the moment as well. That's €21 from Urban Outfitters, and the grey little goes there. They kind of make it. They're from Accessorize.
It really is something that you it's a wow party dress.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, if you took away all of these accessories, you could just wear that as a contemporary kind of dress for nowadays, but we've made it really 20s. And the shoes there you see as well, they're kind of modest T-strap shoes, were very 1920s. They're from Nine West as well, and they're €88.
And I love the gloves.
They're great, aren't they? They're very Dita Von Tees, so they're 1920s. They're
we won't ask you to take them off. Thank you very much, Kerri. Now we're moving on to the 1940s, and this is a beautiful look. We were just talking before I saw it. I said the pencil skirt, and you said Peter O'Brien, and I actually thought, oh, Peter O'Brien couture label, but of course it's his new label that's in Awear.
Yes, he's done a collection for Awear. This is the 4th year in a row now, and it's just absolutely beautiful. He has some really strong key pieces in there. So this is very 1940s, very kind of utility. It was, you know, the World War II was on, so everything was a little bit more tame than it had been. And the jacket here is from H&M. That's $29.94 or $59.95, I should say. And
it's a beautifully structured jacket. Like people, like women, when they're wearing that, would really feel, you know, well, and sort of like everything's in place.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really well tailored, and it's reminiscent of sort of nearly military uniform style that was going on back there. It's really flattering on anyone's frame as well. That silhouette.
And then the skirt, as we were talking about.
Yeah, and there's the shoes there. They're kind of a little bit rockabilly with the black and white, and of course it's all about the stockings as well for the 1940s.
Yeah, we could look at the stockings and just the seam at the back, because they were very in, weren't they?
Absolutely.
That was the thing.
And of course you couldn't really get them, so it was the eyeliner up the back of the leg at that stage. But these are from Marks and Spencer's. They're €11, so we don't have to draw on ourselves anymore, thank God.
Right. we turn around again just to show. There we go. Just to say, and like as you say, people used to draw the line down the back themselves.
Yeah, exactly, because you couldn't get nylons during the war. You know, there's rationing and all of that. So thankfully we don't have to do that anymore.
So it's a great look and very affordable price.
Absolutely. I mean, the Peter O'Brien skirt, €90 for Peter O'Brien for Awear. It's brilliant.
Okay, so there we have the 20s and the 40s. We're going to have some more great fashion through the decades after the break. We'll see in a couple of minutes. Welcome back to the Shelbourne, and we're looking at fashion through the decades here with Laura Cunningham, and we're moving on now to the 70s, and Rebecca in a beautiful dress.
This is a real showstopper, isn't it? So as the 70s came along, people started to experiment a bit more, and a key look for the 1970s was a maxi dress. And
the way they're in now, it's gas the way everything just comes back, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. So I mean, as I said, everything I have today, it's very, you know, of the era, but it's all available on the high street right now. So this dress is from Anushka G, which is one of my favourite evening gown labels, and they're in House of Fraser, but you can also buy them on anushkag.com. This is $435, so it's pricey, but
it is a pricey dress, but it is a party dress, and it's something that you would have in the wardrobe when you bring out. Purple, very much the colour at the moment still.
Yes, and it's a classic colour too, though, so it's not going to look dated in a year. So you can see the one shoulder thing as well, which is quite 70s. The big pronounced sleeve, that was also quite 70s. And I've just
great little beaded detail on the sleeve as well.
It's stunning. If you could see this dress up close, you'd see it's just really well made, and everything on it is just really well decorated. So it's worth the money, I think.
It really is gorgeous. Thank you very much. And now we're moving on to the 80s.
Yes, the decade the fashion forgot.
Yeah. But in fairness, this looks okay.
It's good. It's very Dallas, isn't it? I absolutely love this. I found this in Monsoon, €210, and I just fell in love with it. I think I might have to buy it myself. I just love it. So it's really Dallas, and I put it with, you know, the big earrings and the whole thing. Just really gone for it here.
All we're really lacking is the big shoulder pads. Yeah. It sort of has them, but
slightly, yeah. But of course, everything does this here really at this stage. So like I say, just accessorise like crazy if you really want to make it 80s, but you could pare that down and just make it a little simpler if you didn't want to look like you were an extra on Dynasty or whatever.
And you certainly do. Would that come in different colours?
It's just the gold.
Just the gold.
Yeah, it's really like, no one's going to forget you if you walk into a room in this.
Certainly wouldn't. I mean, and you're sort of saying the 80s, they were just terrible fashions in the 80s if you look back at some of it.
Right, and for some reason we just keep doing it all over again. We have 80s revivals every kind of 5 or 10 years, and we just love it. I think it's great fun though. That's the main brilliant thing about the 80s. Everyone just experimented, did whatever they wanted, and made a lot of mistakes, but you can look back and laugh now. As long as you didn't get a perm, then you're okay.
And the flick of the hair and everything,
yeah,
giving it all
very Farrah Fawcett altogether.
Okay. Well, we just come back in, we have our two models here, and just looking back, and as you were saying, we didn't go back as far as to Shelbourne celebrating 185 years, but they are some great looks, and especially the first dress there, it is a real party piece.
Absolutely, yeah. There's some just absolutely beautiful, really stunning, striking numbers on the high street at the moment, because coming up to party season, they really pull out all the stops, so.
Okay, well listen, Laura, thank you very much for that. As we were saying, looking back at some of the decades, and as we keep saying, they just keep coming back and coming back. So if you have a dress, put it in the wardrobe, it'll come back in a few years. Laura, thank you very much for that. Back to studio.